So this all started September. Not very long ago at all. I think I had a cold. Ferris and I both had colds, and it was the last full week in September. And Ferris's cold seemed to be doing better. You know, she was kicking it, and for some reason I was not. I just kept thinking, how can I be getting worse? You know, I feel worse. I feel like I have a fever, and take my fever, Ferris. Check, see if I have a fever. And I didn't, which was weird. But I felt horrible. And so I stumbled through the weekend, that last weekend in September, and thought, you know, I'm gonna get enough rest. I'll be fine. I'm gonna go into work on Monday. And I was miserable. I remember I had on a couple different shirts, and I thought I was going to sweat to death. I remember sitting at my desk and just feeling like I am going to pass away right here in my chair. Gosh, I cannot believe. I better take some more Dayquil. Then realized I couldn't focus on anything other than the profuse amount of sweating that I was doing. And I also couldn't think. I just couldn't function. And stared at my computer screen for about an hour, and then told Ferris I have to come home. I went home and I was like, I'm just going to try and get some more sleep. I'll get some more rest. I'm sure I'll feel better tomorrow. So Tuesday morning we had the Super Friends call, which some people will be familiar with in the service partner management world. So I got up and dialed in from home because there was no way I just wasn't feeling up to go to the office. And I promised Ferris that I would go to the doctor if I wasn't feeling better. So I got up, I joined the call, and I'm sure I was so unpleasant. I really wasn't feeling very good. And after I have my topic, I have to drop. I have to go to the doctor. To which I did. And Ferris took me over to the emergency clinic, Swedish. So I sat there for like 20 minutes, and then I went and saw the doctor, and I described my symptoms. You know, I've had a cold for a really long time, about 2 weeks now, and my joints are really achy, and I feel like I have a fever, but I don't. I'm also bruising. Like, I just have these bruises, random bruises on me. So she said, well, let's just, we'll do a chest x-ray, and we'll see. We'll send you home with some antibiotics. So she did, and I went home with my antibiotics, and she said, well, let's draw some blood. We'll just do that just to make sure. And so I went in the car, and Ferris was sweet. She ran and got my antibiotics so I could come home and lay down. So I was very excited. Popped my antibiotics. Tomorrow I'm going to feel better. I'm so looking forward to this. And I took a nap. About 12:30 I woke up, and I had 2 missed calls from the doctor and a text message from my mom asking if everything was all right. Which was weird because, why would my mom know I even went to the doctor? Which meant the doctor had called my emergency contacts. So I asked Ferris, do you have a missed call? Gosh, I think the doctor's really trying to get a hold of me. And she'd been on a conference call. And so she didn't answer either. So the doctor had called me twice, reached out to both my emergency contacts. Now I was nervous. So I called the doctor back, and she said, your blood work's really abnormal. I was like, oh, what's that mean? You need to go on to Swedish and check yourself in. I think I need to perform some more tests. Looked around, found some jeans that were on the ground, pulled those on, threw on a t-shirt. Off we went. So I went in there and told the lady I got referred over from the clinic, and I'm supposed to check in for some additional tests. So she put my little wristband on and Or Ben said 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Sat in the waiting room for a little bit. Went back, when they finally called me back, they, they did the standard questions, and they drew some more blood, put me in another hospital gown, and nurses came in and fussed around. Doctor came in and said, "You got leukemia." And that was pretty much it. I was like, "What? Are you sure, do you need to do more blood? That's it?" And he said, "Yep, that's it. We're going to meet you tonight. We're going to start chemotherapy tonight. Let's get this going." They did. They wheeled me up to the 12th floor and I guess settled in. They sent me the next morning. That was my first night in the hospital. They decided not to do the chemotherapy. They were going to wait until they had the results of the bone marrow, so they knew more about what kind of treatment to start. So Tuesday morning, after not a lot of sleep, in came a flurry of doctors and nurses and with the treatment plan. So I got my Hickman catheter line installed Tuesday morning in preparation for all the treatments that were coming. By Tuesday afternoon, I had my first chemo treatment. And from then on, everything is really blurry for me. But I do, I don't remember all the details. The highlight was that I would get little packages would show up from people. Cards. I got lots of cards. But it really let me know, in such a short period of time, so many people reached out. I think the first night that I went to the hospital, I had a care package on the porch from Jacqueline. Little monkey and card. The first card that said "fuck cancer," and she was right. From there were just there were cards all the time, and a hospital room that had it was a very secure place because they had one of those big earthquake poles in the middle of my room, and we would hang all the cards. It was just nice, And so many people, not only physically sent cards and gifts and little care packages, and, those were just not only for me, but they were just overwhelming for people that would come in, people cleaning the room. It must be impressive when the people that work in the hospital come in and are amazed and make comments like, "Gosh, people must really care about you. You must have a lot of people that love you." And it felt like that. We haven't, a lot of people have done so many things, and we haven't really called a lot of people out explicitly by name because there's just so many of you. That it just seemed unfair to say, "Gosh, this person's done this and this person's done that," But I guess in telling the story, some people will just get called out naturally. Like all of a sudden there was a Facebook page, and I think Brittany set that up with Christina and Katrina jumped in and set up a donation site. And all of these things were happening with just a matter of days. And I certainly, if I was aware of it, I don't remember. But then they just kind of took on a little life of their own. And then Ferris was so great. She would provide updates and it kept people informed. And the comments were nice. I'm not a big Facebook fan. I think most people know that about me. I'm kind of opposed. Social networking isn't something that I subscribe to. But I've been so grateful to have it, you know, seeing all your words of encouragement and just the comments. Even if I don't say anything back, I always look at them. And they're definitely inspirational. So many people from, you know, T-Mobile. So many amazing people from T-Mobile. You know, the T-Mobile family, I guess. A little over 8 years, and they're just so many wonderful people that do amazing things. And then I was able to bring back people from Idaho, you know, that I haven't talked to for a long time. I still consider really dear friends. The whole thing's just been incredible. You know, this is such a, I think I get amazed, overwhelmed is probably a better word, overwhelmed, with this journey, because I know it's just beginning. So we say a year, you know, hopefully we're on the path to a cure within a year, which means some more chemo, and I don't know how much more chemo, and then hopefully the bone marrow transplant, and hopefully that's the golden ticket. The little consoling things, the little gifts and the cards and games and things to do made a huge difference. And Facebook, so I can go online and I can see what you all are doing and live vicariously through you and be inspired by your comments. Tomorrow I go back into the hospital, and the goal is to be home by Christmas. So I have a little plan. I'll hold on to that for now. With the goal of, you know, by next year at this time, it'll be somewhere sunny and tropical and just enjoying life. And kind of thinking about this as something that happened with all of you. So thank you. Thank you for everything, you know. It all makes such a huge difference. Some days you just don't feel very motivated. And you can draw strength from all of you. You know, it's like getting I think we commented, it's like getting a big hug, like a virtual hug from like 300 people every day. And that feels amazing. So I cry now just because it's overwhelming, but it's mostly overwhelming because of everything that you've all done, you know, and that you're still doing. This dinner, wow. What a Herculean effort to pull off. Thank you so much. I only wish I could be there, you know, or have some food. It sounds delicious. Get hugs from everyone, like real hugs. I kind of miss getting hugs. So, but I guess that's my story. Soon we'll have a happy ending, I'm sure. So, thank you. Thank you.